Welcome back to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is the new account week by week, and here are the topics we've settled on for this video series, the milestones from the past week, the lessons learned, the progress we've made on some of the main teams that we're working on, the farms and stores, what we're looking for in them, and then the long-term planning. So the milestones we hit for the previous weeks, we started showing this last week or 2 weeks ago. The 5-star characters in week 1, Galactic War, Vader being unlocked, Squad Arena. Week 2, we're hitting those 6-star characters, completing some of the other mod challenges. Week 3, I achieved 7-star characters. Other people could have achieved them sooner. And then we're completing more of the mod battles. Then as we progress into week 4, we are getting more 7-star characters, unlocking ships, getting more of those mod tier challenges completed, hitting gear 8. This week, we unlocked guild events. We were able to participate in the territory battles this week and do decently because the teams that we were working on were dark side primarily, and because we got the good fortune of dark side battles occurring at the same time, then we were able to do a little bit better than I think if light side battles would have been the case. We were able to build up to 4-star ships without all the Galactic War currency that we had been hoarding from like level 55 to level 60 when we unlocked the Fleet Arena battles. We've been able to build up a lot of those Geonosian ships because of that hoarding and get to 4-star pretty quickly. And then we are recording this like a day or two into week 6, and we've already hit 5-star ships as well. Mod tier, we only did crit chance, and then we failed Galactic War once. I decided to sacrifice a team in order to take out a few guys in Galactic War. I sacrificed my Separatist team, hoping then I was able to clear the penultimate battle, but then in that final battle, I did not have the synergy or the teams left over. It was a fully cloned team, and those clones just were far too developed for anything left in my roster to handle. But it's only been the first fail, and we got to week 5 that way. I'm pretty happy about it. And then with week 6 so far, I think the extra depth we've been building out over the course of week 5, I think we're going to be preventing that from occurring. That actually happened like day 1 or day 2 of week 5. So here are the lessons we've been kind of picking up over the course of the week. Number 1, mods, the mod challenges, they are a great credit source. We've kind of been gradually learning this stuff over the past couple weeks about just how they're a great source for experience, they're a great source for ability mats, and now that I'm a little hungrier for credits, I just realized how many credits I was able to farm using the mod challenges versus like the Cantina battles, the fleet battles, which are decent, or just the regular battles. You're able to get a good amount of credits there, and it's worth doing. Also, since in the future, when you're doing the mod battles, you're going to be primarily focusing on slicing mats, because it's just really important to slice up your mods to get those really good speed mods. Right now, between level 50 or wherever when you could start working on mods to level 85 or level 80 when you can start collecting those slicing mats, use this time right now to hoard mods. I think it's worth refreshing the energy at least one time. You get those extra ability mats, you get that extra XP, you're now getting those credits, but you're also just kind of building up that mod inventory that you're really going to want later on. And at this period of time, you're able to do that without sacrificing getting those slicing mats, which should be your priority later on. We'll see if I think that once I hit that level, but that's what I suspect is going to be happening. And now, because of the hyperdrive bundle, with Fleet Arena, with Squad Arena, there's really no point now to having 6-star and 7-star characters. And because of all the credits that it takes to get somebody to 6 and 7 stars, it's 500k to get to 6-star, it's $1 million to get to 7-star. And because of how limited credits are, I've been finding that I've just been leaving characters with all their shards sitting at 6 stars, sitting at 7 stars, and only if I'm really struggling in Galactic War am I considering giving them the promotion. That way I'm able to save a lot of those credits and use those credits to either work on other characters and bring them up, or just to kind of collect them for the future. Now that we're heavily focused on Fleet Arena, it really kind of seems like Clone Sergeant is the best reinforcement for any fleet. It's also what you should be working on, where long-term kind of moving towards the Negotiator, if that's something that you're working on, the Clone Sergeant obviously is going to help out there. But having that taunt come off the bench and kind of protect all your other ships is hugely powerful, especially when you don't need to use those reinforcement ability materials to get that permataunt. It gives other abilities. Now, as the days have progressed, the hyperdrive bundle, I'm kind of realizing how much that's also kind of infecting the Fleet Arena, where I think over the past week there were 2 days when I wasn't able to climb into the top 50. Now, hopefully, with my focus, as I get closer to level 85, I can beat some of those poorly constructed hyperdrive bundle fleets. But I'm a little worried that moving forward, that's not going to be a crystal resource for me until I get to like level 80, level 85. And because of what is going on with the hyperdrive bundle, we started talking about this last week and doing it last week, but we're really prepping for the future right now. Prepping for that level 85 future and all the things that are going to come with it. And also kind of prepping for level 75 when we can finally participate in assault battles. Because assault battles are going to be a great source of credits, they're going to be a great source of shards. So we don't want to be missing out like we did over the Christmas holidays, where my account was too low for it to be able to participate. But once we're able to participate in assault battles, I want to make sure we're able to take advantage of that as a place to get resources, because we can kind of see how much that's going to help progress the account. And it's something in my main account that there were multiple periods of assault battles where I was not participating, and we're going to be avoiding that on this account. Here are what my arena teams are currently looking like. You can tell that I haven't made too many tweaks to the squad arena team. The Stormtrooper moved up to Gear 8, but other than that, things are pretty stagnant. We climb up to the top 500 before payout, but other than that, it's not a huge priority of mine. Like right now, at the end of week 5, we are at level 67, and I've kind of left them at level 63, 65, 66, whatever, just because it's enough, and those credits are just more valuable right now. Holding on to them. The Fleet Arena, we are building up all these ships, doing so as quickly as possible to try and make sure that that is the place, the arena that we compete in. And it looks like, as I was saying, that might have to wait until a little bit later because Hyperdrive Bundle is kind of taking over. Now, in terms of the characters that I am working on, let me show you let me order by the gear tier and can show you. So like Count Dooku, we got lucky with a Bronzium pack who moved him up pretty quickly, but we're kind of slowing his progress down. We're not kind of refreshing nodes anymore there, just because we're not going to promote him. Same thing with Veers and Range Trooper, who were priorities. Now we're no longer refreshing nodes there. And then Soldier, Spy, they're done with their farms, but that million credits, like I kind of want to take them up for Fleet Arena, but those are the types of decisions that I'm making right now where I'm trying to decide, is that going to help out enough or not? In the case of the Geonosians, it's probably going to help out, but right now it's not something that I can afford. And then we're making those same decisions. We want to go by rarity, not gear tier. So we're making those same kind of decisions. Then we're building out all of these other characters and working towards what we ultimately want, which are legendary characters. What we want to do is make sure when we hit level 85 that first day, we're able to unlock every single legendary character. So that's why we're focusing more right now on 5-star characters, not the 7-star variety. There's certain characters we can unlock right now, like Yoda, Palpatine, Thrawn. They're going to be unlocked. But when it comes to BB-8, Chewie, C-3PO, Padme, we're making sure that we can also unlock all of them immediately. And hopefully that'll help us get a little bit of an advantage, at least over other free-to-play players. Basically, I think what the shard economy changes do is it kind of helps free-to-play players compete with hyperdrive bundle a little bit, because what the hyperdrive bundle does is it kind of buys you into unlocking all those basic legendary characters as well. And now with the shard economy changes, at least when free-to-play players get to level 85, they can also put themselves into a position to get all the legendaries as well. And I think that is the big strategy that we want to be going for here. So that leads into the stores. So here's what I'm currently working on in each of these blazes. Cantina Battle Store, now that we're done with Chopper, he's at 5 stars. We kind of gotten most of these characters to a point where I'm satisfied with them. Right now we're trying to get Old Doc up. We want to make sure that we're able to work on that Mother Telzine event, and we have a full Night Sister squad. And then we're going to shift back over to Ahsoka to then get her to 5 stars so that she can be participating towards getting Yoda. And then after that, I think 5s, because we do want to have a clone team sooner rather than later, particularly because ARC Trooper is a relatively easy farm. I'd like to get him unlocked as well and then have a decent clone team. Guild Store, we just unlocked Colonel Stark, but really what we're working on these days is Dengar and Logray. Actually, we're going to buy these shards right now. Dengar and Logray, they're characters that you can start farming immediately, other than Sunfac. I just kind of make sure I have enough shards for Sunfac, but Sunfac we've got up to 6 stars now, so I'm kind of slowing down that farm in Fleet Arena. Now that that's unlocked and that store is unlocked, I'm able to work on Sunfac there as well. So I'm being a little bit more loose with how I'm spending the Guild Store currency. And Squad Arena Store, we're done with Moff Tarkin. We're working on Asajj, but we're kind of, now that she's unlocked, I'm kind of slowing that down. And what we're really working on right now is Newt. We kind of delayed Newt for a long time, but I don't really think we want to delay Newt any further. We're going to get him unlocked, and then we're going to shift to some of these other characters, and then come back to him for the 5th star. But we want to get IG-88 unlocked, partly because of IG-2000 and working towards getting the Falcon, but also because we're working on that Bounty Hunter team. But I don't know if IG-88 we're going to work on as a priority for that team now that Mando and Greef Karga are achievable so early on. And Greedo, kind of in the background, working on him, part of the Bounty Hunters as well, but also a Scoundrel. He was unlocked before IG-88 just because he was a cheap unlock, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to take advantage of the credit heist early on. That's less of an issue currently. Galactic War Store is basically just ships. We're holding off on Soldier now that Soldier's at 5 star and working on getting Spy and Sunfac up. Zeb we got to 5 stars, and then now we're shifting to Night Sisters, Cad Bane, and Ewoks. Tebow might not be the priority, but we can get Tebow along with Bronziums helping that farm, because I haven't touched Tebow yet. This is all Bronziums right now. But it might be a situation where Tebow's just so close by the time we hit level 85 that we use Tebow to do a C-3PO unlock. And then we'll shift to Captain Phasma later on. Phasma I'd prefer not to use as my first order, but just the Galactic War farms are so fast that might be the way we decide to go. Fleet Arena, this is just Soldier. We're shifting to Clone Sergeant now because we need a 5th 4-star ship, and Sergeants are closest. And then other than that, it's just working on Sunfac. And then we're going to be shifting to Vader and Grievous once we've got the ships at a decent level, 5-6 stars. And that is what we are currently farming in each of the stores. And we covered what our priority is in terms of our long-term planning, but really we want to be able to participate in all of these events and really take advantage of them. You can see we need to hit level 75 for assault battles, but that is where we want to be participating earlier than players who might be focusing their farms up to 7 stars. I don't think that's the way to go, because what we're really seeing here now with the shard economy changes is you can participate in a lot of things very quickly, but what the shard economy changes don't do is have any coincident credit changes or gear changes. So without those changes on top of the shard changes, focusing on 7-star characters I think is a mistake. The way to take advantage of these 5-star these shard economy changes is to get these 5-star characters and participate in as many events as possible, because the events are going to be where you can get the credits and some additional XP to then throw at the rest of your roster. I think missing out on any of those, that is going to be where things slow down. So I think the being overly focused these days is going to be a detriment to the overall performance of the roster. We're going to wrap it up there. That's week 5. Week 6, I think we're starting to see things slow down in the game quite a bit in terms of the progress, but I think by sometime next week we're going to have a number of those legendaries unlocked, as I've made a lot of progress on the Phoenix over the past weeks, and I think those are going to start paying off during week 6. So thank you for watching. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be safe out there, everyone. Be excellent to each other. Happy New Year.